One of the odd things I actually experienced on holiday was I didn't feel my meds. I decided to continue taking both the Elvanse and Citalopram on holiday, even though I wouldn't need the focus that I would need at work because I would, when I've stopped taking it for a day or two before, I hit a massive slump and I get really low energy, and it's like, it's like all the side effects from ADHD are really sort of exemplified for a little bit. I guess that's, essentially a come down, if you will. Um, and I didn't really want that to happen. I didn't want my family to have to deal with me going through a couple of days of a low and ruining the first couple of days of the holiday. Plus, I felt that, kids around the swimming pool probably needed my attention. I also started taking my citalopram again at the same time as the Elvance because I wasn't sure if I was going to be in the room at lunchtime to take it. So I went back to what I was originally doing when I was on the 30 milligram. But what I did just didn't notice them at all. Now, I don't necessarily get the same sort of feelings as of euphoria that many people experience with Elvance, but I do notice them when they sort of kick in. I do get that sort of like mild little rushy feeling and feel like the focus come in. I just don't feel quite as euphoric as many people seem to report. I suppose the way I when it first starts working, I describe it as either having a couple of really strong coffees or maybe a small bump of speed, rather than like an overwhelming euphoria, which some people have reported. But anyway, I didn't get that feeling at all whilst I was on holiday, and my appetite even returned, even for breakfast. Like 4 or 5 of the days, wanted a proper breakfast, and then even then after that, I had like fruit for breakfast for 3 of the days. So that was odd, and yeah, I still had my focus, still had all the positive effects, but just didn't feel it at all. And I was thinking, well, maybe that's it. Maybe I've adjusted to the medication and I'm just going to have that without any feeling. But then I get back to England, and the last couple of days of having my meds, I feel it again. So I was just wondering, has anyone else experienced this sort of feeling disappearing in a different situation? I don't know whether it was the heat or the fact that I was constantly busy and moving and doing things all day rather than being sat in an office or trapped in a house doing laundry or whatever. But yeah, it was just a really odd experience. I suppose one way I could test if it's activity is actually starting doing a gym workout in the morning and seeing if it negates those rushy feelings.